Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late September 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Leo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these beautiful Leos in late September? We're moving into the next zodiacal season. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And then at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo in late September. What's the vibe? What's the energy for my good friends here? Let's get this card nice and quick. There we go. Cool. So we do have the Puppeteer, and I feel like this is a very polarizing type of card. Haven't seen him in quite a while. Now, a good thing about this card, it could be very fun and enjoyable and entertaining, but at the same time, it could represent control and manipulation. So you see what I mean? Like, it's either really good or something you'd really need to watch out for. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk a little more in depth about this card. So as you can see in the box, we have this little jester-looking individual. He's putting on a little puppet show, right? He's playing with the puppets, pulling their strings, making them dance. So again, for some of you, this could be really good. It could represent entertainment, fun, putting on a show, so to speak. To me, it doesn't feel like an act, but to me, it's more about enjoying yourself, like when I look at the positive aspect of it. So for some of you, if you've been going through some things, situations, or you've been all work, no play, Spirit could be saying, all right, Leo, maybe you need to cut loose a little bit. Maybe you need to enjoy yourself or have fun. So that's a really good thing with this card. But when we get to the challenge I already mentioned, this person's pulling the strings. I'm sure a lot of you could understand the symbolism of somebody playing with a puppet, where it's like, all right, I pull the strings and you dance. So again, I'm not sure if you're dealing with any situations where someone is either putting on a show or a facade. It could be a little flaky, this type of energy, or it could be someone pulling the strings from behind the curtain. So there might be certain situations that have a few more layers than you would think, because it's someone making the calls. So again, for some of you, maybe you just need to have a good time, right? So we're just going to put the jester down right there. He could chill out. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my lovely Leos. What's happening in late September? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It seems like the energy, especially for fire signs, and I'm in that same boat with you, has been a little bit volatile, right? It's been pretty tense. Last week's energy was titled an emotional explosion. So hopefully you're able to avoid that, right? Like, to me, it felt like something that's been building up, needs some place to go. Some sort of energetic release. And there was a little caution there. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Leo. Hopefully the energy is calming down, because, yeah, that energy could bleed over for a little bit. So let's see what's happening. What do we got for Leo in late September, please? Okay. All right. I mean, it's a good way to start, that's for sure. 6 of Pentacles. I like that card. It's good. It's giving. Let's get a couple more before we make a final determination on that. What do we got here for Leo? Okay, I saw this in Aries reading, so this must be another fire sign thing. We have Judgment right there in the center. Let's get one more. I'm feeling cautiously optimistic about this. Cautiously. Thank you. Wow. I mean, what an up and down. So we do have the 9 of Cups on the back end, which is really good. It's one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. So for some of you, this could be a good end result. But right along with it came a bonus card. We have the 5 of Cups. These are total opposites. So hopefully you're not having too many ups and downs here. But I will say this, if you've been having some rough energies, there could be big improvement in the short term. I could already tell you that. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I like the elemental mixture we have going on. Yes, It is water heavy, similar to last week, so the internal world could really be at play. We have the Nine of Cups, which is water. We have the Five of Cups as your bonus, which is water. We have Judgment, although that is powerful and explosive. I link it to Scorpio, Plutonian energy. So to me, it's water. I'm not sure if you're a reader, maybe you disagree, but a lot of emotional energy is still there, but it feels like it's changing for the better. We do have Earth right here, which grounds it down. So when we mix the Earth energy, which is the material world, work, business, uh, family, friends, the material world around us, in with the emotional, the creative, the romantic energy, it kind of calms things down and settles them in. I always say the water Earth mixture represents a lot of potential. So we're just going to have to see because we have smooth, powerful, smooth again, but what is this lingering Five of Cups? That's what I want to cue in on. But let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out. Position number one, we start with the Six of Pentacles. So as you can see, we have that person there. They're holding a scale. So that's another little theme we could pick up on. Both of these cards here on the front are karmic in nature. And I could speak about the cycles of life, certain situations that are meant to teach us a lesson. That could be a big thing when we see karmic energy. And we'll dig deeper as we move along. But I always say the Six of Pentacles is very giving. It's wide open. It's like, yeah, I'm giving to this. I'm wide open. It's usually fair, balanced. So again, whether it is, I mean, this is really fantastic for money and work things. So there might be a big increase coming in for a lot of you. But when we're talking about relationships, it's like, yeah, no, I want to give to something. I put a lot of energy into something. But is it fair? Is there a balance? Is there an equal give and take? That's what we want to ask, because when we get to the challenge of the Six of Pentacles, sometimes it's an energy that could take advantage of someone's kindness. Sometimes it can speak about imbalance or giving too much. So you want to make sure in this time, whether it's work or personal, that you're not overdoing it or giving too much to something. It's like, all right, balance those scales. It is also one of my cards, a gift giving. Again, I'm not sure how that might fit. Not sure if you're giving or receiving a gift. I know your birthday season's passed, but I'm just including it just because. Now, moving to the middle, there is a powerful shift in energy. We have judgment. Now, for some of you, this could be a literal judgment where it's like, okay, what do I think of this? Should I go left? Should I go right? How should I proceed? It is super, super powerful. It doesn't have to be literal judgments. Not saying you're being judgmental. Hopefully, someone else isn't being judgmental. It's a huge card of action. Notice Archangel Gabriel is great for spiritual protection, but he's blowing that trumpet and the dead are rising. Okay, so to me, this could represent things popping back around. This could represent things returning, rising from the dead. This is a huge card of change. It is very, very karmic. So again, the cycles, um, the lessons, the things we have to learn. So whether it's someone receiving it or it's a cycle that you're processing, this is a huge card of change and energy shifting quickly. And it's fast, it's powerful, it's explosive. So we do want to look at it. And that's what the downside of judgment is that it could be very unpredictable, or it could represent situations that are kind of out of our hands. So we'll circle back on that. You're not alone in getting this. A lot of people have been getting this lately. Now on the back end, we have a really good result. We have the Nine of Cups. I love it. And you see that person, they're sitting there. They got nine full cups. They look happy and they're chilling, right? Like, so when I see this, I think of wish fulfillment. I'm happy. I'm content. I feel good about something. It's a very welcoming energy where it's like, here, come in and have a cup. Notice with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, these are cards of kindness. So for you, I mean, maybe you're a little more sentimental in this time. Maybe you're trying to be nice or trying to have a softer touch with something. I'm just hoping that you're not being too nice, if that makes sense. Like, it's all about balance in life. And one of the challenges with the Nine of Cups is not letting someone take advantage of one's kindness. Another thing, the challenge of this card could represent overindulgence. So there could be temptations and going overboard with certain things. So we'll take a look at it. But aside from that, it's happy, it's a win, it's a victory, it's a blessing. So when I see these three cards up front, this could be energy changing for the better for a lot of you. So I do like the comfort that I'm feeling. Now, as your bonus, just real quick, we do have the Five of Cups, the River of Tears. So even though things look like they're moving in a very good direction, yeah, there might still be something lingering in the background, something you're not too happy about, or something that's sticking with you. And that's okay. There is no timetable on healing. The good thing about the Five of Cups to me is that it's temporary. So again, for some of you, like, yeah, there might be something you're still working through or dealing with, but it won't be like that forever, which is a good thing. So we have a lot of dynamic energy in your reading this week, a lot of powerful stuff. I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for the lovely Leos? What's happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Six of Pentacles. Let's see what's up with that. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get that Six of Pentacles going. Why is it here for Leo? Why is it here, please? Thank you. Yeah, this does feel like an imbalance. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse underneath the Six of Pentacles. It's like, maybe I gave a little too much. Maybe I was a little too nice here. Aces, they represent offers, they represent opportunities. They could also be communication. So again, there might be a communication you're wanting or waiting on that hasn't arrived yet. For some of you, that could be the case. So watch out for miscommunications as well. That's something I'm picking up here. Um, there's something that's lopsided, or at least started that way, where like the effort one puts in like overshadows the other. So again, whether this is work, if it's a work thing, it's like one of those deals where you're the same position as several other people, but you're doing way more work. That's how this feels. Or you're putting in way more effort. Or if it's a relationship, it's like you're picking up most of the slack or the emotional slack. That's a big thing I'm picking up here in the front. So there might be some imbalances that you can make a tweak with, especially with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is Spirit telling you to be nice, be kind, give to something, but not too much. So there might be something Spirit wants you to like take a little step back with. Okay, that's just what I'm feeling here. We're going to keep moving. Again, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but there is something that's showing up a little imbalanced. Okay, so whether it's how someone's acting towards you or something to do with effort, let's keep moving. Because again, that's just how it starts. Like the energy seems okay. Well, let's go in on judgment. We'll see what that has. So why is judgment here for my Leos? And you did have this powerful, explosive energy last week too. So let's see what's up. Okay, huge card of action, where it's like I'm going to do something and I don't care how they feel about it. It's kind of I don't want to say it's inconsiderate in a bad way, because if this is you, I'm sure you've considered a lot of angles, right? But it's somebody that's making action, taking moves, and not really caring what someone else thinks about it. Okay, when I see the Empress in reverse under judgment, it's like, you know what? I don't care if I come off cold. That's how it feels to me. It feels very stern, very serious. So it's like someone doing something where they know they can't take it back. Like it's so peculiar and particular here. I feel like I'm doing a personal reading. Let's go a little further in depth though, and I'll give you more intuitive stuff. The Empress is Venus energy. Usually it's very soft. Connects to Taurus, connects to Libra. Um, Represents maternal figures, motherhood in general. It's like a nice, soft, loving, caring type of energy. So when I see her in reverse, underneath judgment, it's like, no, I'm going to do this, and I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care if I hurt someone's feelings. So, sure, could this be a little bit of a warning? Absolutely, for some of you. There is action, but it seems like very, very serious. So, there's good energy here. I don't want to make it seem like this reading is filled with warnings and terrible stuff. There's good stuff here, Leo. But at the same time, it's someone saying, I don't care what other people think. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So some of you, this could come in the form of a conversation or a talk, like very serious, to the point. No games. I'm not messing around. Game over type of energy. So there could be certain situations or things where it's like, you know what? No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Nice Gal. I'm not messing around. I'm not playing games. So it's very serious action. Let's move in on the Nine of Cups. We'll see, because the energy was once nice. That's how it's feeling to me. But let's go in on the nine. Then we'll get into the shadows after we do our recap. So why is the Nine of Cups here? Why is the Nine of Cups here? Thank you. I actually like this. I do. So we have the Hermit in reverse. This, you know what, that might be the way to go, what we saw there in the middle. Now, the Hermit usually is withdrawn, pulled back, not doing or saying much. It's like extremely, extremely quiet and mysterious. So when I see it in reverse under the Nine of Cups, it's like, I feel better. It's like a release of some kind, or just like blowing off steam. So I like this card. And if we're looking at how things line up in a big picture, it's like, all right, someone's given too much or cares too much about something, they're doing too much. Then the energy changes and switches where it's like, you know what? Who cares what they think? I'm just going to do what I want. And then there's a satisfaction at the end. That's just how it's feeling. Now, with the Hermit in reverse, this could represent a Virgo you're connected to. To me, it's an energy that kind of pops up out of the blue. So to me, with the Nine of Cups and this, yes, this could be a surprising win or victory where it's like, oh, well, I thought that was going to go sideways, but I feel much better about it. There could be something that goes way better than you predict it will. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Like, aside from that seriousness, I was picking up this energy up front. It's like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep moving along. Not sure how this is going to go. Nine of Cups, Hermit in reverse, surprising or unexpected win to me. And it seems to be an energy that presents itself to you. So there could be a situation you're going through right now where the outcome might be a lot more optimistic than you think. I think this is very claimable type of energy here. So as we see with the Five of Cups right next to it, any discomfort or any things that might be bothering you in this time, they do feel very temporary because there is this switch. It's like someone flips the switch and then things settle in. But let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. Very specific this week, so please feel free to look at your other alignments. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So watch out for any situation where you're pulling most of the slack. So whether it's at work and you're doing the job of like 4 or 5 people, whether it's a relationship and you're carrying most of the emotional burden, um, Spirit is saying like just be careful that you're not doing too much. Like be nice, be kind, be empathetic, but don't be a doormat. Moving to the middle, and listen, I know Leos are not doormats. Moving to the middle, we have Judgment with the Queen, not the Queen, the Empress in reverse. This is definitely no more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mr. Nice Gal type of energy where it's like, I'm not playing games, I'm not messing around. Serious action to me, and it's also an energy that's like, you know what? I don't care what someone thinks. I don't care if I hurt their feelings. I'm going to do what I'm going to do when I want to do it. It's like one of those. That feels kind of Leo like to me. Moving to the back end, and again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just making a decision about how someone's going to move forward. And it's like I'm prioritizing myself, and I'm not playing games. Moving to the back end, we have the Nine of Cups with the Hermit in reverse, and that might be the golden ticket, right? Like this energy we see here in the middle, that might be the way to approach something. Is like prioritize self, then get the best results. Because to me, this is a surprising winner victory. It's like, wow, that turned out better than I thought it would. Oh, I was nervous that would go off the rails, but that turned out pretty nice. So that's just how it feels to me. So please take a screenshot. Lots of good energy, especially here on the back end with wins and things going better. But yeah, let's get into the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they can be a good thing too. So let's get you one. What do we got in the shadows for my lovely Leos, please? And yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going. What do we got for the lovely Leos in the shadows? Thank you. The Magician, cool. Very spiritual, very ritualistic type of energy here. And there's good aspects to the Magician as well. This is huge for manifesting things, bringing things towards you. It's super, super magnetic. So it kind of fits with what we see here up in the front, where it's like, don't try, don't force something, let energy flow to you. Don't force a damn thing when we see this in the shadows. Now, a challenge with this, because this is the shadow side. The Magician could be very similar to that very first Oracle card with the puppeteer we had in the beginning. Watch out for anyone trying to manipulate feelings. Watch out for someone pulling strings from behind the curtain type of vibe, because this Magician shadow side represents control. Aside from that, sometimes this card shows up when there's certain situations where it's like, all right, well, you played it right. There's not much else you could have done. So there could be certain situations that are like out of your hands, which is fine. Sometimes we experience that in life. So just watch out for any situations revolving around control. So, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The September calendar is already live, so we could have ourselves a little chat. But for the September subscriber surprise, giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's great for beginners and experienced readers. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which ones do you get along best with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.